The e-levy, which was amended from 1.75% to 1.5% on Tuesday, March 29, 2022, is a tax on electronic transactions on multiple platforms, including mobile money payments, among others. The government had hoped to rake in about 7 billion Ghana cedis from the collection of the levy, but the figure was revised downwards to about 4.2 billion Ghana cedis. Despite the revised targets set for the e-levy, the delayed passage of the levy's bill into law, along with efforts by some sections of the public to not pay the tax, is expected to affect the amount that will be collected by government this year. In a recent post on Twitter, a leading member of the New Patriotic Party, Gabi Asira Chudako, noted that the e-levy has been delivering only 10% of estimated revenue following its implementation, a remark that has received strong reactions from the minority in Parliament as well as from some economists. Speaking on the e-levy in a recent virtual forum on the state of the Ghanaian economy, former Finance Minister Setekpe downplayed the expected impact of the e-levy.
The e-levy, I think I pointed it out that the e-levy is already in the budget. So one, it was not going to make a difference to the deficit that was computed unless the e-levy overperforms. I think the e-levy is overhyped, and it's not going to stand for correction. But we wait to see, because it was delayed. The other reason is that it was delayed, January to May. So it may not yield as much for this year, but maybe for next year, and all that.
On his part, economist Professor Godfred Bobking called for the e-levy to be withdrawn.
The government should withdraw it. Do you know why I'm saying so? We do recognize that our tax effort is low. The way to prop it up is not through e-levy. There are too many layers of indirect taxes that all put together contribute to the high productive cost base of doing business in Ghana that makes the private sector uncompetitive, that undermines household saving capacity. That is a fact. But when it comes to progressive tax collection handles, that is where we have not done well. And the way to improve that is not through e-levy. Let me tell you something. You see, the evidence we are getting from the ground is that the average Ghanaian is developing coping strategies to offset that tax burden. So people are finding alternatives. People are reducing the number of the frequency and volume of Momo transactions. This is not good.
For tax analyst Francis Timor-Boy, if things don't drastically improve in 3 to 4 months with regards to the proceeds collected from the e-levy, it is likely to be withdrawn from the system.
If things don't change the way they are, I think that e-levy is clearly going to be classified as a nuisance tax. And when we say nuisance tax, it's a tax that is collected across wider consumer base, but then the amount is very small. So if we are anticipating that it will bring us 4.2 billion, but then at the end of the day, we are just about collecting less than 300 million, then there's no need to keep it. You have to withdraw it because it doesn't achieve its purpose. Aside the nuisance you are causing to consumers, you better stand a chance of withdrawing it so that you earn their sympathy. If we are unable to increase performance to, let's say, 60-70%, I think that e-levy stands a chance of being withdrawn.